Hi, I'm Spencer, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you why I would like to be considered to be a part of the 2025 to 2026 Residence Life student staff here at Concordia. But before I get into that, a little bit of an introduction about myself. This is my second year as an RA. My first year I was in Erickson on the second floor, which was a returner floor. This year I'm on Hoyam floor 4, which is a freshman floor. I'm a BM vocal music ed major at Concordia, so some of my interests, of course, are choir. I've always been in choir since as long as I can remember, and it's very much a part of me. My favorite TV show at the moment is Severance on Apple TV+. My favorite music creator is Tyler, the Creator, as you can see behind me. And whatever you do not ask me about competitive cup stacking because I will talk your ear off for hours about that. So the first thing I really want to get into is, of course, why I decided to reapply to be a part of Res Life. When I applied freshman year, I really saw this as an opportunity to grow in my skills, step outside of my comfort zone, and I saw it as something that was directly applicable to my future as a music educator, and that's very much a belief I still hold. And I've sort of narrowed that down to 3 different aspects. Number 1 being interacting with the pro staff. I very much see that as a parallel to interacting with administrative workers in my future schools and school districts. In a methods class this past semester, we talked a lot about how important that is, sort of working with the people in charge of your district and what that can do for students. And number 2, the second reason why I believe this is very applicable to my future is interacting with my fellow student staff members. I very much see that as a parallel to interacting with other teachers in my building, because we're really all just working together to achieve a common goal. And in this case, that goal is to, help make Cobbers successful, and allow them to call Concordia their home. And the third most obvious application to my future is interacting with residents and creating that community. I think as a choral ed major, that is very important because I will need to cultivate a community where people come from all different backgrounds and sort of work towards a common good. And I think that's a really unique thing. And of course, I think Res Life applies to that very directly. Another thing I've really enjoyed about working in Res Life is the ability to be able to dive into new communities each year. My freshman year, I lived in Hallett. Sophomore year, I lived in Erickson. This year, I live in Hoyam. So I'm looking forward to potentially diving into the world of Fjark, Fjellsteder Park region. I also should let you know, however, that just like my application last year, I would not accept a position in Livdalen due to some personal circumstances, but if you would like to have a conversation about that going forward, I am completely willing to make that happen. During my time as an RA, I've definitely learned a lot of lessons, and the first lesson would definitely be time management. I think when I started RAing, I sort of had to realize that my work directly impacts other people as an RA, both my superiors, my coworkers, and my residents. And that's definitely something I had to learn, but something I have most certainly improved upon, just being able to know when deadlines are for posters, bulletin boards, meetings, events, and being accountable for, okay, when am I on duty? That's definitely something I've improved upon as an RA. The second thing is communication. I think my first year as an RA, which was my sophomore year, I definitely struggled with asking for help when I needed it. And when I wasn't sure on something, I tended to just kind of try to figure it out by myself, and it might not have worked out every single time. But something I've sort of realized this year is that we have to lean on each other as team members. We're all on the same team. And that really makes us work a lot more effectively. And that fear of being ridiculed for asking stupid questions has definitely gone out the window, which has been a positive. The third thing I sort of named No Nicolas Cage because last year I themed my floor Nicolas Cage themed, and I had returner football boys who didn't necessarily connect with that theme. So that's more just a lesson of learning who my audience is, and even if I don't receive direct feedback, sort of putting myself in residents' shoes before I do something, so that I can sort of cater to what their preferences are. I've learned a lot in my time as an RA, but I still definitely realize that there's more to learn, and so I have 3 goals for next year. Number one is just reaching out to more people more frequently and at a deeper level. I think a lot of times there are residents that I don't immediately connect with, and I just sort of use the excuse like, oh, they probably don't want to be that close to their RA, they're probably not that outgoing, but I think I need to cut that excuse out and just reach out to people on a deeper level than just saying hey in passing and asking questions about their life and really trying to get to know them. The second is referrals, just being able to refer people to campus resources. I think more time on campus means that I'm able to extend people to other resources better just because I know more about them. And so I really look forward to developing that skill as well. The third and last thing is names. I did a good job of learning my residents' names this semester, but I would really like to improve upon learning the names of residents in my building because I think that's beneficial to me to practice that for when I have 100 plus students in a day whose names I need to know, but also beneficial for residents to just have another friendly RA face that they can put a name to. Thank you for offering up your time during this busy season of applications and interviews. Definitely feel free to reach out with any questions you might have. Also, make sure to like and comment, share with your friends if you're new, and smash that subscribe button. Really helps out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.